Welcome back, guys, to Quick and Dirty Marketing. Today's video, we're going to talk about email send rates and why you can't send an email every month and expect to get anything out of it. But we're also going to talk about how much you can send. This is a question we get all the time. So stick with me and we're going to figure it out. Okay, guys, so the question that we get all the time is how many emails should we send or can we send? And what's enough, what's too much? Well, the title of today's video is why you can't send one once a month. And here's the reason, and we'll just start with that. The reason you can't send one once a month and get anything out of it is because most folks that opt into your email list, legitimately aren't even going to remember why or what it was that got them on that list if a month goes by, unless you're a well-known brand like the Gap or Nike or something like that. Then they go, oh, okay, I remember I own some Nike shoes and I must have gotten on their email list. That's fine. But for the rest of us, local business owners, we're just not that memorable typically, and we can't let that much time go by. So that bounces us to the other side of the question here, which is how much can you send? And there's some, good research out there that will tell you a few things about this. Number one, you can't really send every day without aggravating people. Now, there are some exceptions to that rule. For instance, if they're in service with you or they're being onboarded, those are exceptions. Like if they've just enrolled in something that they expect to be getting, like a course or something, they expect to be getting something every day, that's an exception, right? So there are logical exceptions to that. But from a marketing email standpoint, you can't send them like an offer, like a sale thing every single day, because that just pisses people off and they're going to want to unsubscribe, or worse than that, they're going to mark your sending address as spam. And then that can cause you some problems with getting deliverability. So nobody likes that. So then we go back into the thing like, what's the sweet spot, right? And here's my thoughts on it. And, we have a pretty good amount of data here to support this. We think, and typically most of our clients can get away with 1 to 2 sends per week. Now, here's the caveat on that guideline. Typically, we recommend that you send one offer email only for every 5 total emails sent. So the other way to express that is that you're only asking for a sale or making an offer 20% of the time that you're sending out emails. So what that means is, well, what are you sending with the rest of the stuff, right? And the answer to that is you're giving helpful, relevant content and information that is, relevant to that person's needs and what your sell or what the service or product is that you're into. So if you want to create a bunch of offers, say for the next month, the best way to keep the list warm and receptive and opening your emails is to continue to train them by sending them good, helpful information. Then once you send them an offer or a sale or some sort of cross-sell, upsell, or downsell, you're going to have a list that's trained to open and is receptive to your communication. So that 80-20 rule on offers versus helpful content really helps to keep the list, working for you and receptive to your offers. And then you take that and go to the 1 to 2 times a week. There are times if you have a big announcement that you can push that to 3 times a week or more. But, you start running the risk there of having that, get people agitated. So those are the guidelines, but don't get lazy and just send 1 email per month, because you're not going to be memorable. You're not going to have a nice warm list that you can engage, and you're not really helping anybody by doing that 1 a month stuff. That's 10 years ago, and you're not going to get any attention for that. And it's just going to seem out of left field. And people are also going to say, why was I on this list? Maybe I'm not supposed to be, and potentially mark it as spam, or you get a lot of unsubscribes because it just seems random. So go ahead and use those guidelines, set up your send rates, Check our other videos about how to come up with great topics so that you don't run out of ideas for good content-based emails. And we'll see you on the next one. Go ahead and smash the like button for me and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the next videos.